So Donald Trump and this administration are trying to shore up Donald Trump's image. They want you to believe that he is this hard worker, right? That he works harder than anybody and that he goes ahead and does more than anybody else. And he's working from, 24 hours a day or something like that. And this is to combat the stories about how he's really not getting anything done, the images that we're seeing with our own eyes of him sleeping in public and everything like that. We're talking about how bad his health is and how he's sundowning and all of this. And they're trying to change the story to make it seem like it's only because he is tired during the day from working too much. That's the story they want to go with. So what do? They turn to the New York Post and they release their logs of Donald Trump's activities. Except it doesn't show what they think it shows. It shows, he maybe puts in about 50 hours a week. Okay, but he doesn't start till about 10:30. And if he works 50 hours a week, that's only about 7 hours a day. And if he doesn't start till 10:30, let's even be generous. Let's just round it up for simple math. That's 11. If he's doing 7 hours a day, he's done by 6. 11 to 6 every day. And he is the most powerful person in the country. He runs the federal government and does all of it. That's not a very convincing schedule. I mean, we don't entirely know, or at least I don't entirely know what Joe Biden's schedule was like, but I guarantee you it was longer than that, and he was up and at 'em well before 10:30 in the morning. But why would Donald Trump need to start that late? Well, because he's up all night, because he is sundowning, and he ends up in a 3-hour Twitter battle where he's posting almost a message a minute in a stream of consciousness, and some of it doesn't even make a lot of sense, or some of it isn't relevant to what is going on. So because he's not sleeping at night, he ends up sleeping in the early morning hours and then sleeps in way late and then has to get that later start. Now, that's typical of an older person. And if it was just an older person, I wouldn't be complaining. But Donald Trump is the President of the United States. He is the leader of our country. But he went for over 4 years, he went after Joe Biden for being Sleepy Joe and not being fit to do the job and do all of these things. And now we see that the same is actually true for Donald Trump, if it's not actually worse for Donald Trump. You add the hypocrisy into it and the fact that he wants us to believe he is the peak of human evolution. He is this great physical specimen. All of that, it is unreal. Simple fact is, he starts later than most people.